Otherwise, we're just talking awkwardly.
I'm alive.
But yeah, welcome to no one yet, but this is viewable after the fact. So, to anyone who may, at one point, and sadly wander into this madness, welcome to my favorite game. Well, my favorite game series. This is a really good game in my favorite game series. Don't get me wrong.
It's not the original Ratchet and Clank. I'm sorry.
Yes, I am as well. So originally, my thought process was, hey, let's play the original. It's 19 years old. But considering the last version that was playable was on the PS3, and mine is janky as heck, there was no way I was going to be streaming on that. So that idea quickly got deflated, but when considering the versions of the game that are playable on PlayStation 4, the next appropriate version seemed to be the 2016 remake, reboot-ish thing. So there's a lot of this that is essentially the first game, so in spirit, it still is.
Yeah, good enough.
It's commemorative. And this itself is almost 6 years old now. And so, yeah, I mean, I really love these games. And like I said, 19 years is nothing to gawk at. And they're still going. They recently just released one on the PS5. I still don't own one. If anybody wants to bless a brother, let me know. And so, yeah. So, since we normally stream on Sundays, I figured, what the heck, we will still chit-chat as we do. We'll just do it while playing this.
Whatever this is.
Ratchet and Clank. So, I feel like I could talk about it, but I feel like I'll let it start, and then we can talk about it and kind of just chit-chat throughout.
Yeah, I'll have the chat open if anybody comes in.
Yeah. Yeah, alright, so we're going to do a new game to allow for anyone who is new to this, who may happen upon this video later, or jump in later to get the full experience, and that way it saves me some time with explaining some things and such. So we'll do it on normal, because I don't got anything to prove to nobody.
No.
By starting a new... Data will be overwritten and progress lost. What? Why?
Because that's how it works.
But why? Like, what happened to multiple save files?
Well, you didn't insert. Did you blow into the thing before you put it in?
That's not how this works. Dadgummit. Does that really mean I have to choose to... Oh, that sucks. I mean, there's nothing about this game that... Dang.
I know.
There's nothing about it that I can't redo, I guess. Fine. Alright, I've beaten this game like 16 times. I can do it again. And I will not do it on this stream, although I can do it probably in about 5 hours.
Probably.
But we'll see what we can do. Fine. Alright, for the podcast, we'll start a new game.
Are you going for the gobos?
What? Yeah, always. Always get to gobos.
That's the gold bolts, if you're someone who just is brand new to hearing me speak.
Shh, plot.
Open up on 7. Move it out, Shiv.
Oh yeah. Hero, huh?
Identifying prisoner 117. Shiv.
117.
Helix.
You know.
You think you can break me, Copper? Yeah, I've been in the darkest pits of the universe. Places that would make your bolts rattle. The eternity pits of Sword Doom. The iron holes in your balance. Nah.
I love being introduced to a
Greetings, new fish.
character with very little context to them.
Oh,
Unless
absolutely.
you played the
I
previous
don't
game.
believe
You know exactly.
Get here! I used to dream of being arrested by you.
Now get out of here. I was talking to you, Zed.
Yes, Captain.
So, new fish, I take it you followed my many, many adventures?
Of course I have. You're the most famous superhero in the galaxy.
He ain't famous anymore.
Who's the voice actor for Captain Quark?
Oh my gosh.
Solitary
Jim
Bill.
Ward, I believe.
I'm a huge fan.
He's been
I
in
even
a ton of
pre-ordered the new
stuff. You've
Ratchet
heard his
Clank
voice
holo
before.
game.
Oh yeah,
obvious.
absolutely.
What?
You know, the game
Can I just
based on
say
that
how
incident with you and the
freaking
Lombax.
smooth
Oh, you must
this
mean the
animation
holo
is
film.
for
Yeah, it's
a
pretty
video
good.
game
Did you
adaptation
like all
of,
CG?
you know, a film.
No, I mean the game.
Yeah,
It's
and
based on the holo film. Look, here's my
that's something
confirmation email. I'm
to
having it
appreciate
mag
about
shipped to
this
prison.
is that we get to see it in a pretty
They're
version.
making
Yeah.
a game based on a
And
holo
yes,
film
it is
based on
Jim
my
Ward.
life? But they
We're
haven't
used to
even
Star Wars
consulted me.
adaptations,
Oh, this is
video
my
games,
fault. I've been away
where
from my
everybody
adoring
looks
public
like
in this
not the
forsaken
character that they're
place
supposed
too
to.
long.
Well, and obviously, if we were playing the original game, it would
one will ever
look
hear my
very different.
Very different. It's so many
Um,
polygons. You have no
So
idea.
hopefully people have an appreciation for how pretty this game has
Well,
become.
then sit
But
Sharper
down,
face than
Larry
Benedict
Criminal.
Cumberbatch.
from
I'll tell you a
2002
story.
to 2016,
It
this
all
is what we
started with a hapless
get.
Lombax
gosh, my
named
God.
Ratchet.
I cannot believe that was almost 20 years ago.
Title card.
Title card.
Neither could the voice actor for Clank, that David Kay that I got to chat with. He
Incredible.
similarly was zazzled about it,
Almost 20 freaking years, man. Where were you 20 years ago?
playing this game. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, not this one.
Not this one. No, doing a lot.
Where do you
Yeah.
think you're going?
Nothing good.
No.
You're
I was too busy smoking drugs behind the 7-Eleven
shopping for gravity coils.
at 10 years old.
Well, I'm
Right.
here.
And so,
I'm
and I
always
appreciate
here.
that we have
Don't suppose you sneaking out would have anything
subtitles
to
for
do
this
with
so people
those
can forgive us for
Galactic
talking.
Ranger
But
tryouts?
yeah,
I just need
while
one
many
help.
people
Come on,
enjoy
man. These
James
Galactic
Arnold Taylor
Rangers
for
we're talking
his
about.
Obi-Wan
Captain Quark will be
Kenobi,
there.
No
he will
leaving the
always
garage until you help
be
fix Mr.
Ratchet
Micron's
for
ship.
me.
Now get on that bolt crank.
I know he was, and fun fact, not Ratchet in the first game.
No, he was not.
But he is
Does that
definitively
ship look
Ratchet
mag-lifted to you?
now.
Get on that
Yes, he
bolt
is.
crank.
Oh,
Come on.
you do the same thing that I do when you first start a game where you just go in a circle.
All right, new game, starting from the bottom,
Now we hit.
and so I've got. Forgive me, I need boats.
You need both.
I need boats.
You are incredibly good at the Ratchet and Clank games. I would like to say that for the benefit of everybody else. I've watched you play so many
To
at
be
this point.
to be fair, they're not hard. Like, I mean, certain bosses like do challenge and everything, but they're meant to be in every man's game. Like, and that's what I
Yeah.
love about them is they're so easy, and they've just got design and story and humor that is just fantastic. And so,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's very accessible, which I enjoy. So,
I think that's one of the benefits for PlayStation is that it is accessible.
yeah,
You can play Nintendo your entire life and still struggle very, very badly if you don't get the controls down. But I think that PlayStation has the benefit of having controls that everybody can get pretty easily.
See something?
I wouldn't say that everything is a game for kids, but it's definitely easy to learn and control map.
yeah.
for everyone.
Anybody in the family should be able to play it.
Yeah.
So, are we good?
And so, yeah, with these games, I've just played them so much.
Show 'em
Um,
what you got, kid.
a lot of it's just muscle memory. There's not a Ratchet and Clank game I've played less than 10 times. And I mean, that's sad in some contexts, but I really enjoy these games. They're very good. They're very enjoyable. And they're very mind-numbing too, which is nice because it's just, again, because it's not necessarily super difficult.
Yeah. We can have a conversation.
Yeah, and you can enjoy yourself while playing. You know what? I'm gonna put my wallet second priority. I'm gonna go on my adventure here. I don't want to waste the people's time. I am gonna kill a frog though.
Kill that frog, man.
Kill that frog. So yeah, it would be so cool, and I'd love if people checked out like the original game, because to see where it's similar and where it's not is pretty cool. So yeah, if you can't tell, like off the beat, a lot of it's very simple. His name's Ratchet.
Mm-hmm.
He hits things with a wrench.
That go Clank.
Well, yeah. Do I have a gun yet? I don't. Oh my gosh.
Would you say
Hey,
that the guns are the most useful?
Let's make this place more imperial. What you say?
No rails. No
To heck with
rails.
these guardrails. Who needs them?
3 out of 5 gunshot wounds.
The weapons are actually like one of the hugest. Oh my gosh, you frickin' frogs. The weapons are like one of the mainstays of the series, especially the original PlayStation 2 games. If you go back and check out the commercials, highly recommend it.
Yes. Almost as on the same level as the Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, and that was the vein, is like, we take these commercials seriously. We go to level 11.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like, the big thing was, look at all the weapons you could use to blow stuff up.
Yeah. Was this Naughty Dog?
No, Insomniac.
Okay.
Insomniac. There was a subsidiary company that came in later and did some of the PlayStation Portable games, but those were all eventually ported by Insomniac to PlayStation 2 as well.
Nice.
So like Secret Agent Clank, Size Matters. Think that there was one more, but yeah, all of those. Another company kind of took the assets Insomniac had and made, because they were companies that were good at making portable games, unlike Insomniac, who makes console games.
Yes, and they make very good console games, I'll say. Like,
look at this pretty boy.
Ooh, so handsome. Looks like James Earl Taylor a little bit. I'll say something for PlayStation as a company is they have a lot of game companies that do so well with games like this, where they're fun to play. They have such good game mechanics.
And they're heartwarming.
Yeah.
Like they have an endearing quality to them. So if you missed it before, Captain Quark is that guy.
Quark, that guy.
That's Robo Quark.
You hit him.
We're getting ready to go meet him. He is like the undeserved Superman of this universe. He is a hero without necessarily being a hero.
Yeah.
Very pretentious.
Kind
Very
of like
funny.
Nathan Fillion and Dr. Horrible.
Shows how quick you can be on your feet
sure.
jumping over these obstacles.
Oh, we talked about this earlier in the car when we were off mic, but I love games that teach you how to play them.
Yeah, well, and that's what this is doing, right? This obstacle course to prove yourself if you can meet Quark.
This is a tutorial without a tutorial.
Is how to play the game, yeah.
Exactly. It teaches you how to use your ranged attacks. It teaches you how to, break the backs.
Exactly, and it shows you, hey, boxes. Important
boxes.
And then eventually you get the hey,
Gizmo.
you can't be a hero without a gun, or in this case, a bomb glove.
One of the many fantastic weapons in this.
Yeah, I do appreciate the first weapon, although not the most iconic, that Ratchet ever did get was the bomb glove. And back in the day, they didn't always have impressive names. So you had the bomb glove and such. This is the fusion grenade. They tried to be more, ooh, it's the future.
Yeah.
Eventually. And then they also get very punny. There's a weapon called the bouncer. There's a weapon called the rhino.
What does the rhino stand for?
Rip ya a new one.
Yes. It's basically the BFG.
Yes. And it, at one point, was a weapon you could not beat this game without. Not this game, but the original. Only because the final boss was so difficult. So either you were going to grind for an hour to beat him, or you were going to get the gun that could do it in like 2 minutes.
And don't get me wrong, I appreciate grinding in video games. I understand that sometimes it is absolutely necessary. There are some games that overdo grinding so freaking much.
Yeah, so even Ratchet and Clank at least was apologetic. Again, you could do it without, but it was a grind. Now, they did improve that much later. They made it a little bit more accessible, because the thing with the Rhino is it's always a super fetch quest, like a game-long fetch quest. In the original, it was to get 1,000,000 bolts, right? The thing is, I've been playing for like 2 minutes now, and I've got almost 1,200.
Yeah.
The original game was less forgiving than that, right? So, I mean, you maybe got 3 bolts per enemy. And there was no multiplier. So 1,000,000 bolts took forever.
Yeah. It's kind of like the magic armor from Twilight Princess, where it... Except, they don't throw rupees at you here.
Right. So what my strategy was in the original game was always,
That wasn't so bad.
I only bought 3 weapons through the whole game. Because you have to pay for ammo too and everything. So I only bought 3 guns and basically saved everything else. And eventually had 1,000,000.
Which I'll say, all of the weapons make the game so much easier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and eventually they added leveling up, so your initial weapons could get stronger, because the way you add difficulty is the bosses, right? Like, add health. Add lots of health. So, yeah.
We love Captain
This game,
Quark.
you don't have to work as hard. This game, you find some schematics, and you get to build it. You have to play the entire game, because you have to go to every location to get a schematic, but by the end of it, you can build a rhino.
Ooh, Dr. Nefarious. A handsome young man.
Dr. Nefarious, voice actor famous to Star Trek Friends,
Yes.
Armin Sherman, from the Next Generation fame as the character Quark.
Yeah.
Not a reference with Captain Quark,
No.
just a happy coincidence.
I like how we're getting caught up in the actual plot and forgetting to talk.
Well, I don't even know if this plays with the... I don't know streamy rules. I
It
don't
does.
know if
I hear audio.
they got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so this is a great example of the humor of this game.
Mm-hmm. I love that they didn't really explore much about Ratchet being the last Lombax in the first game.
Oh, they didn't care. Like, it wasn't
No.
a plot point
No,
until
it's just a thing.
until the PS3 games. It never really came up.
We also got a very fleshy Nefarious here.
Yeah, so originally, this reboot reimagining did change some things about the story. Nothing that overall means, oh, these things don't exist anymore, but it definitely changed specifically like the order of events and such.
I guess to make it more, accessible for plot for the kiddos and people who are new to the franchise.
Well, and it's the pressure too of like, even if the Joker's not Batman's first villain, once you get the Joker,
you get the Joker.
he's Batman's villain,
Yeah.
right? So with Dr. Nefarious after the third game became the most iconic villain to Ratchet and Clank. But that's not how he started. And our boy Clank,
There he is.
the wonderful David Kay providing
Love the boy.
the most adorable Robo voice as he is chased here by Robo Stallone.
Yes. One of the best. When Sylvester Stallone is a voice actor, there's something so special about the characters that he plays. Like, we get so many quotable moments, like,
Oh yeah,
rock, and burn.
So like, yeah, with this game, basically, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm not criticizing. I get it, and
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's a good game. But basically, they pushed for like Clank gameplay doesn't happen until like halfway through the original game. And a lot of features that are present here aren't present in that first game.
Yeah. And you can chalk it up to it being a game for a new generation.
Sure, yeah. Well, and what it's a matter of is it's like, hey, remember that thing we waited until the fourth game to do?
Yeah.
Let's do that here. Because they know what can work and what can be good, and so why not do it now? And that's what a lot of this is it's like, what if they had the benefit of knowledge? Like, what if they knew when they did the first game how big this was going to be?
Yeah.
And I think you'd get something like this.
Yeah, this is a good sequence for a game.
And so it's a oh, I need that, I need that, I need that.
You need it. You need 'em.
And so, yeah, so that's why you still end up with a good game, because it's all of the things that work in all of the other Ratchet and Clank games.
Yeah. Is it slightly more hand-holdy than the original Ratchet and
Yes.
Clank? Oh, yes.
Yes.
But I don't think that's a detriment. necessarily.
Get out of here. Because, again, a lot of improvements that they made was to make the game not easier, but just
Accessible.
like, what if we do these things but do it different ways? Like, yeah, the first game, you can do it.
You did it.
Yeah, like, you can beat the first game, no problem. But what if we did things that, for the first game that we did in the second and the third and so forth? Every game, Insomniac was a great company in that every game improved itself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of what keeps Ratchet & Clank 16 games strong still popular, is because every game... Oh, I guess I didn't need this boy. Every game...
Don't throw him in the fire. No!
I just want you to know I could.
I hate that.
Every game does something interesting.
Yeah. And it's... I'm a Nintendo shell. We've established this. But I think that's how you make great games, and a great game franchise is that you build upon what was done before.
Absolutely.
Like
think you can run from me?
My gosh, we're already 20. Yeah, well, and that's how you've got like 2 titular game series that have existed for years. It takes work, it takes intentionality, it takes passion, and that's what's great about the Insomniac games is the passion you can get and feel and see in every game from everybody involved. The designers, the writers, the actors, everything. Everything about these games is so well done. And so, yeah, when a series is so well handled, you're gonna get something that outlives its original intent.
Yeah, I had to go make sure before I said something.
If you can't gather what's happening, he's an old robot. I'm a new robot. This is Iron Man situation. I have coolant. He does not. I can get wet. Look, I'm wet. I'm fine. He is not. He rusts because he's old boy.
Okay, so I was wrong. It is not an Insomniac game. It just looks very similar.
Who dis?
Oddworld, one of my favorite PlayStation games. Oh no,
Haven't heard of it.
PlayStation, Xbox, Game Boy, everything.
Gotcha.
I remember playing it with my older brother Justin all the time when I was younger. And I don't know, something about that game is just so lovely and special.
You can double check me, but I believe Sly Cooper is Insomniac.
Yes, it is. It is Insomniac. Which that was such a good game.
Oh yeah, another great series. As is Jak and Daxter.
Jak and Daxter is Naughty Dog.
Naughty Dog. Okay, they had a relationship at one point. Maybe Insomniac acquired Naughty Dog actually.
Maybe I think
because there were crossovers. So or maybe some of the animators worked together because in the first 3, arguably the legacy games of Ratchet and Clank, there was always references to Jak and Daxter.
Yeah.
It'd be a poster in the background. It'd be a little quip, but it was there.
Let's see. Sony Interactive Entertainment. So, man, I love Jak and Daxter so much.
There's something to be said about furry boys and their little companions, man.
Naughty Dog, yeah. Insomniac is...
Maybe they were just good working partners in that they were like, hey, yeah, we like your game, you like our game, let's reference each other.
So good, man. Okay.
Because there is a game where it's actually both in this weird, like, hey, here's some of our most popular characters. So, yeah.
It's so interesting to... Oh my gosh. Okay, so Naughty Dog is not only Jak and Daxter, it's also Crash Bandicoot, it's also Uncharted, and The Last of Us.
Man, they have moved on to very different adventures.
Yeah. And you know what? I love it.
That's fine. Well, they did return to Crash with Crash 4 recently, so there you go. Returning to what made them Naughty Dog, arguably.
You love Crash Bandicoot, don't you?
I do. I really enjoy it. I was particularly a fan of the second one and Crash Team Racing because that was what was at the Salvation Army Youth Center when I was growing up. And I mean, all of my games I was introduced to in such a way. So those games, yeah, it's what I could play at the youth center. My friend had the third game. The first game I played was the third game, and it was the best, and it's why it's my favorite. It's why it's the game I've played the most. Every game started as something I got from someone else. Oh my god, I killed him. I am sorry. I thought I could grab him. I thought...
Incorrect.
Oh my gosh, I am sorry.
You've committed a murder.
I am sorry. Stop looking at me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think it could... We've talked about it several times before, how different our...
Don't come for me. I didn't mean to kill him.
Our video game history
Where am I going?
Because, like, you grew up with Sony games.
Where am I going?
And,
I
like,
did.
PlayStation, because it's what you hate.
Yeah. Like, oh.
No,
Shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally a matter of, Shooty boy.
Gone.
It was literally a matter of, like, by the time I was like, oh my gosh, video games are awesome.
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 and and Xboxes were old news.
Yeah.
So the only thing I could find was a PS2 Slim. I'm sorry. What do you want from me?
You did a murder.
Yeah, so that was what I was able to get. I was like, hey, Halo, it's awesome. At the time, I was like, Ratchet Clank, Lego Star Wars, it's awesome. I want these games. And it just came down to what could I actually get at the time, and it was PlayStation 2, so I got that first.
Yeah.
Nice work.
And so that's what determined the majority of my games, being the Ratchet & Clank series, a bunch of Dragon Ball games, a bunch of Transformers games. Don't shoot the froggy boy! How dare you!
They're snails.
What heathen would do such a thing?
That guy.
He must have tracked my position.
It's okay. I protect you. I will protect you, adorable one. Oh god.
Stop murdering.
I got scared.
Finish your story.
I don't remember what I was saying.
You grew up with PlayStation because that's...
Oh yeah, what games I enjoy is completely determined by what I actually was able to play as a youngster. So, if you're like, hey, play this game, like, no. I only play the same, like, 20 games.
Yeah, I mean, we were very fortunate to grow up with grandparents who bought us, like, Nintendos at a very young age.
Oh my gosh, I have gotten very used to these weapons leveled up.
And we grew up with, I think our first was the NES, and then the SNES, and then the Nintendo 64! And then we got a PlayStation. Later. Very later. So I grew up with Nintendo controllers, which really informs how I play video games now. Until, I grew up and decided, you know what, PC Elite. I'm only going to play some PC games and Nintendo games.
So I mentioned it earlier. It is in this game, a version
Bouncer.
of the Bouncer. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, it's completely determined on those things.
Yeah, what you grew up with is what you remember.
And you're definitely more open to, like, oh, these games are like these games, I will try it out.
Yeah.
Whereas
I like
I'm very much like, well, I like and have these games. Why would I play anything else?
Yeah. Have you ever had a Dreams? It was a year ago, I think, that you finally sat down and played a Nintendo game with Breath of the Wild, and you absolutely hated it.
Frickin' rocks.
Yeah, you did not have a good time playing Breath of the Wild.
Oh, why did you move?
Because it's part of the game.
Why don't you want to die? Say hello to my bomb. Oh my gosh, got me wasting ammo over here. Oh.
You know what help?
Out.
Detargeting.
Well, this isn't a Nintendo game that needs to hold your hand in order to be playable, so.
I disagree.
Oh my gosh, it shoots so slow right now.
It's a game mechanic, not handheld.
Ah! Rocks, man. Rocks. Can you tell I haven't played, like, fresh off the boat? Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I haven't played this on regular, like, on new in a very long time.
Yeah.
This is one of those games, oh my god, where when you finish it, you can replay it in challenge mode. It gets a little bit harder. You level up even further, blah, blah, blah. And so I just repeat. I repeat. So,
Yeah.
what reason do I have for playing it from scratch? Apparently live stream,
Apparently.
where it's just us hanging out and chatting.
Talking about how
as
much you
far
hate
as
Nintendo
I
and
can tell.
Z-targeting.
I don't hate it.
No.
Surprise!
You have problems.
Oh my gosh, he went off the rails. Yeah, it is just not. It's far and away from being my cup of tea.
Yeah.
That's all. Doesn't make it bad, just doesn't make it mine.
Yeah. And I'll admit, most of my delight for Nintendo comes from nostalgia. And, you know...
Oh, well, most of my delight for... I didn't mean to do that. Most of my delight for these games is absolutely nostalgia.
Yeah. It's almost as if that determines what you like and dislike.
Oh, yeah, it really shapes you as a person.
And nostalgia's not a bad
To a
thing.
good and a bad. Hey.
If it's all that you
Get outta
love
here.
and it's all that you pay attention to, that
Get
could be
out
a
of here!
detriment.
Oh god, I'm out of ammo.
Yeah.
Hey, time out. Time out. Stop shooting! Oh god, there's no ammo over here.
Sucks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Alright, I'm
great.
stuck with slow blaster over here.
The
Rate
more
of
you
fire
use
is
it,
such like a
better
thing
it
we
gets.
take. Oh my gosh, we take for granted.
Oh yeah.
Being able to shoot a lot of bullets at once
That's really more for education.
is very helpful.
It is always good to meet a fellow academic. Really, I just...
Another thing that this game does well is, I don't know what, I guess, it tells you what they do before they do it. What would you call that?
It, I don't know. It definitely, yeah, it broadcasts, enemy types.
Mm-hmm.
Gave me the wrong ammo. It lets you know what you're getting into at any given point.
Yeah.
Like, you're never going to be like, well, I didn't know what they were going to do. No, and again, that's where you can almost be like, oh, well, that's easy.
No, it teaches you how to play the game.
It's very repetitive, and it's very educational in that it wants you to beat it. A good game wants you to beat it.
Yeah.
Like that is the goal. Yeah, again, Insomniac is very good at making games that keep with that motif. It doesn't want to be hard for the sake of being hard. Like,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily a bragging right to be like, oh, I can beat this on Legendary. Like, okay, but did you have fun?
Yeah.
If not, then what was the point? You know, I mean, games are supposed to be fun. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Since I was
Exactly.
a kid.
Is my ship?
Let's get you
That's your ship?
Is my ship?
Ooh.
This
This
my
my
ship.
ship. This my ship.
This is mine now.
I'm kind of teaching one of our teens how to play Breath of the Wild.
You are?
Which he just beat Ganon, so I'm very proud of my teaching skills. But the main advice I give him every single time is pay attention. Like,
Yeah.
you will know what to do if you pay attention.
Right. I mean, because what are game enemies other than AI? Like they are
They are
patterned.
programmed.
Yeah. And so you should be able to learn that pattern and act accordingly.
Yeah. It's been the same in every single Zelda game. You talk to people, you pay attention to the world around you,
learn stuff.
You watch enemies. Exactly.
And the challenge is, how much time do you have to learn? How quickly do you have to learn this enemy before they kill you? Like it's just a matter of that, but it should never be a matter of just ridiculously difficult and unexplainable challenge. It should never be hard for the sake of being hard. It should be hard for the sake of feeling accomplished when you complete it.
And, that's part of the fun of having an adventure in a video game. Like, just hearing some NPC talk about, like, oh, this is the Sword of Legend. It's somewhere deep in the forest. Or, there's this big gun somewhere out there.
Yeah,
and
that stuff makes you feel like a big boss when you get it.
Exactly. That's the sense of adventure
Yeah,
that we look for in every single game.
The way people talk about the Rhino makes you feel awesome when you can actually get it.
Yeah, I mean, like the Elder Scrolls games do this so well, where they start off with saying, "You're the Dragonborn." No context. They tell you nothing.
Right.
You have to.
You got to
figure out what
learn
that
by
means.
playing the game.
Exactly.
So, finished the first level, very introductory. Now we are into our first actual
the game, baby.
level. And what I love about this is that this is one of the most faithful, like, recreated. Like, they did, again, tweak some things. But this is one of the straight up and down identical levels. And I just love it so much because it's playing something I've done hundreds of times, but it looks so pretty.
Yeah, and we're going to time you how fast.
All right, so we are going to go forward.
Move ahead.
This way.
Try to detect it. It's not too late.
Because this level has 3 paths you can take. I love this. Like, there was something so fascinating to me about a game that was like, hey, go forward. That's the way to complete. And then realizing, no, there's different ways to play this. Like, you can play this level 3 different times. And that was part of the mystery too, is like, yeah, I know where to go, but in the first game, having to realizing, wait, I've got to go back to a planet. I've got more stuff to do. To me, it wasn't tedious. To me, it was cool. It was interesting, having only ever played games where it's just straightforward, just side scroll and you win. But to have, you know, like, mystery caverns and such.
And you know what? That's how you do a good transition from 2D to 3D. Is you show the path. As
Yes.
it
So,
stands before.
popular Ratchet and Clank villains here. We've got the Amoeboids.
Yes.
Are they poop? Are they germs? You decide.
Yes.
Either way, don't touch them.
They're actually the gangrene
Don't
gang
touch
from Powerpuff.
Right, yeah, they're the gangrene boys. Yeah, they're fun. They're very simple muck creatures. Yeah.
And now you're in the toilet.
Oh my gosh, there's a level of this that they kept the difficulty of the original. We won't likely get to it on stream. No, we definitely won't.
No.
But my gosh. You want to talk about getting stuck in the toilet? There's a level on here where it's just, you've got to outrun a flood. And it is just painstaking. Every choice you make matters. And that's where the difficulty of these games comes from, right? Like, it's not like it's a hard thing. What's hard is actually accomplishing it. Like, I know what I have to do, but actually doing it, it becomes a challenge.
Yeah. And that's where the benefit of this is another moment that teaches you how to play the game. You encounter the green boys early in the game. You're like, oh, these are no problem. How do we up that? We add multiplying green boys.
Yeah, so what it is the bigger they get, the more duplicitous they are. Like, so this is a 1. 2 1s make this, which is a 2, and I already killed the 3. But yeah, like, there's levels to it.
And they start you off slow.
Yeah. Did I use all my bombs?
I think you used all your bombs.
I gotta get more ammo. There's a dead wall here somewhere. Smack the mushrooms. Aha!
Bumpos? No.
Now, is it in here? I don't recall.
Is there a crack in the wall? Is that how you know?
No, it's just the way the rock looks, basically. But I'm trying to remember, I think it might be the other caves. Or there's one more section, let's see. I mean, yeah, it's kind of apparent, but it's not outright obvious. No, I think I passed it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not going to play this on my own time. So what was the point of this? Stuffs.
Things. Getting bolts.
Search the caves for hidden treasure. No, it is back there. I've got to.
Are
I've
the
got
gold
to.
bolts in the same areas?
The what?
The gold bolts.
Yes.
Oh.
Alright, so it is... Oh my gosh, you screwed me!
Yeah.
Dang it. Alright, so there's a wall in here you blow up, and there's a gobo in there. And I can't get it. I can't get it. There's another gobo on this planet, though. I will get that. Because I like a bit of gobo.
I talked about recently to, I think, it was Peter Townley. We agreed on how...
Way to name drop here.
No, because I was reminding myself who I was talking to, Jack Wagon. We were talking about how Homestar Runner has infinitely changed the way that we see Gobo. That is a Homestar Runner.
You better get gobo.
Gotta get Gobo. It's the strongest man in the world. You gotta win the strangest man in the world competition. You get Gobo. That's a gold bowl.
Alright. I
want
want all the help.
You gotta go to get the Grape Fairy to get Gobo.
Oh, I can't get that yet. Alright, I'm gonna get the flamethrower. What? What?
You
What?
know what?
What?
You know what? Look at that and tell me that you don't know what. You know what?
The Pyrociator. A
Dumb
legacy.
Name, great name.
A legacy weapon here, my friends. Alright. Now for
Here we
cave
go.
number 2.
Cave.
This one was always a little more obvious. You land on this planet, you're looking out here, you kind of look around. Oh, cave. The first one I did is the most like secretive.
Secret. Tell no one. Secret.
Alright.
Secret. Tell no one.
And again, this is such a faithful recreation of the original. It's almost criminal. Specifically because it means that the gobo is in exactly the same place. It always is. You see that? That's where you're supposed to go. But you know what? If you go that way, you miss the... Oh, wait, it's not the gobo.
It's a
Is it
card.
rhino? Ah, that's cool, but it's not as cool as a gobo. Anyway. Yeah, so they do a lot of that where it's like if you go the path you're supposed to go, you miss stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is where we're going.
Let's talk briefly
Sure.
about how you and I have our own language now at this point in our marriage.
Sure. Yes, we do.
We've been.
Hey,
been
hey, hey,
together
hey, wait,
for-
wait.
We've been together for almost 10 years at this point. I think.
10?
No, the year after.
The year after, yes.
Yeah.
Next year will be 9 years together, 7 years married. Oh, boy. Hey, are you flammable? Let's find out. He is!
Yes. Good job!
Yes, so yeah, in that time we have in our existence together and in our inundation with pop culture
Yeah.
created our own language, which isn't even our own technically. It's,
No, it's full
it's-
of references,
Oh
mostly,
my
or
gosh.
just things that we've said to each other that we thought were funny.
I miss smart aiming. I gotta up. Oh my! All right.
Smart aiming.
Well, it's an upgrade. Like as you use the weapons, you can upgrade, and part of it is that it tracks your enemies better. Because like, if you notice with the fusion bomb thing, what it does is if I throw it where they are, they might move. With the upgrade, it tracks them better, in that it will follow them if they move in mid-throw. So basically, it just makes it easier to hit them with the bounds.
You know what that sounds like?
It does not.
It sounds a little bit like Z-targeting.
Oh my gosh, what the heck?
You died.
I couldn't even see that.
You know what would
no,
help?
it doesn't.
Z-targeting.
Z-target would be an extra feature. This is a built-in in that you pull the trigger, it does the work for you. It's not a, hey, do this extra thing to make it useful.
No, but it is an add-on to the game. That is not necessary.
It's not unnecessary. You can do it, well, technically you can't do it the hard way because you literally have no choice in upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of happen as you use the weapons. So there's not a way to be like, oh no, I'm gonna play it hard. I'm gonna keep my level 1 weapons. Like, you can't do that.
That's fair.
But anyway, no, it's something that happens to the weapon though, not complete gameplay. It's a fusion grenade thing, not a my character suddenly gets easier because of an extra vestigial thing I do.
It's literally pressing down a button.
It should be unnecessary.
It follows.
If he is
enemy.
if he is the legendary hero he claims to be, then it should just be doable. He should just be able to handle such things.
He's forgetting.
In that it made it playable. Fan favorite character here, the plumber's crack. Played by, mind you, the janitor from Ned's Declassified.
Yes. Was it Ned's Declassified or was it Scrubs?
Both? Is it not the same person?
It's not.
Maybe it's Scrubs.
I think it.
Maybe
yes,
it is.
It is the janitor from Scrubs.
Gotcha. They're the same person in my head. Oh no, Jordan Von Strangle is the janitor from Ned's, who is the voice of Transformers Knockout in Transformers Prime, the most metrosexual Transformer there is.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
he's
it.
fantastic.
Dude, robots don't have genders, so it would make sense when a robot's fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's clearly, like,
There's male presenting and female presenting.
yeah, like, you know, I forget the terminology Star Wars uses, but they're like the programmer intended them to be a gender, but then again, yeah, a droid can become self-aware. I do fully believe there's droids that can be like, hey, no, why would I have a gender if I did, and why would it have to be what is assigned to me?
Yeah.
So, you know, L3 opened such a door for droid awareness and everything like
Yes.
that. Transformers, yeah, I mean, there are female forward and male forward Transformers, and then I don't know if there's a gender neutral one. You would think there would be because they're all robots, but
I'd say. But that's just my
Say who?
headcanon. Bumblebee.
depends on your version. Some can be very, it's who you choose it to be. Some are very, no, I am the gallant knight, the boy's hero, as it were.
Yeah.
Seems like a good time to mention that Paul Giamatti is Chairman Drek, who, if you didn't gather there, is promising his species, hey, we're going to take parts of other planets to make a bigger, better version of our planet because we killed it. And that's basically the major plot here, is that we've got to stop Drek from stealing other planets, like he's trying to do here. Here he's played, like I said, by Paul Giamatti. Not bad, but he was originally played by Kevin Michael Richardson, and I really do think it's criminal they did not get him back.
Yeah.
Such a different characterization, and again, part of that is because, hey, we've got Dr. Nefarious in this game.
Yeah.
Originally not included. And there he is, there's our boy. So what's funny is, in the original game, you have to pay to get that info. And if you didn't notice, like, we're coming down the water slide and getting all this money. The joke was in the first one that he lost all the money we gave him on the way down.
Lost in this one, but like I think it's still fun.
Here they just give it to you. Why do I need to talk to you?
Because you want to make friends.
Oh yeah, you're gonna fix my ship. All right, do that. I'm going over here. I'm gonna kill some boys. I'm gonna kill some boys. I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna kill some boys.
Kill men.
Got Robo Birdies
Kill
over
men.
here.
Take the streets. I can
Boom.
be alone.
The greatest enemy of Ratchet and Clank is obviously boxes.
Yeah. Oh, to finish the conversation that we had like 20 minutes ago. Yes, we have been together for so long that we started talking like each other.
Oh, that's mushrooms. Sorry.
And yes, it is mushrooms.
Bet it smells pretty freaky in here now.
It smells like my eyes are bleeding.
It smells like colors. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
like,
so many bombs.
When you're with someone for a number of years, you start to sound like each other. It's like old couples
where's
look like
this
each
bomb?
other.
Bomb
I'll
go?
say.
Where is this bomb? There you are. Oh my gosh, you are annoying.
Thank you.
Raining down bombs upon my fragile furry body. Yes.
Yes.
We look like each other as an old couple, just like spiritually.
Exactly. Like I think that we're
Oh my-
incredibly lucky with
What?
how similar we are in a lot of ways.
So if you haven't gathered also,
yes.
a lot of this game is flips.
A lot of it is flips and tricks and doing things and getting bolts. get to
Yeah,
go home.
I'm very happy with our little life and language and such. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Hide.
Well, like,
Oh, hey! Remember how I said there's 3 things to this level?
yeah.
Guess what? 4. Oh god!
A piece.
Oh god! Oh god!
It just goes to show that I don't think anybody would ever be
Ah!
able to, like, tolerate me. So I'm really glad that this is gonna work out for
Oh
the
my
rest
gosh.
of our day
So
lives.
you can't. Oh my gosh! You can't stop swimming because fish.
Yeah.
But there you go. Yeah, bombs.
Yeah.
I love you, and I'm happy with our life. Ah,
Ditto,
oxygen.
baby.
All right, there we go.
I'm glad that I found you.
And I wouldn't trade our weirdness for anything. It is
Not
special to
for
me.
all the gobos in the entire Ratchet Clank series.
There we go. Another secret for you. Why? I don't know. Because I like doing things.
I like secrets.
I like disrespecting stairs as well.
Disrespect
Hey,
your stare.
Have some
roundings.
bombs. How do you like it? Ah! Robo chickens. Oh my gosh! No, that one. There we go. All right. Doot and doo doo doo. Wow. Oh my gosh! I wasted it on a chicken. Oh cool, leveled up.
Good job. You're out of ammo.
Nope, level up automatically gives you a full clip.
When did that happen?
Like game 3. But now, game 1.
Fancy, fancy, fancy.
Right? It's so convenient. Oh, gosh.
Here comes the section that I died on like 50 times the first time I played this stupid game.
Oh my gosh, are you telling me I'm too far away? Gosh, dang it.
Yeah.
It's literally like flaming plasma. It should be able to travel as far as it wants to. Oh! Throw the bomb, boy. Jeez. Alright.
The bambo.
Bambo. Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
I know where to go.
More of
My
them.
goodness.
That must be the mayor's ship.
My dad works at Nintendo. I know where to go.
The original game did this too, for some reason.
It's gotta show you. It's gotta show you stuff.
Right? As if the objective wasn't clear.
Mayor Buckwash will not last long.
Go
without
rescue
our
that boy. Oh my gosh, I'm in the bush. Well, this is a predicament. But the bush protects me.
Yeah. You know something? Because I scrolled on Twitter for just a second. I appreciate the fact that we are all in agreement that 2003 Clone Wars Grievous is the sequel to Grievous.
Can you see me?
No, I see your little ears.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
I have to look for
Give
it.
me your bows.
Can't break that yet. You don't got the thing.
I did. I
did?
got the rare titanium. Yeah, you know, it doesn't break all of it.
Oh.
It's just so it's obvious
Of course.
to the naked eye. What is a closed eye? Is that glasses?
Glasses.
All right.
Yeah.
Glad we're in agreement here. Whoa, bomb boys.
It's glasses or any
Bomb boys.
apparatus that
Whoop.
magnifies.
Oh my gosh, I keep wasting bombs.
Be it a microscope, microfiche, or... I said that word earlier, and one of our teams was just incredibly confused. Because teens today, they don't know what microfiche is. They've never used it. I've used microfiche once. It was a very long time
Oh,
ago.
dang.
In the early 2000s.
Oh, dang. Oh, dang. He's a fighter. This boy just doesn't want to die.
Kids
Oh
today
my
don't go to the
gosh,
library
all of
and
these.
use
All right,
the
so-
microfiche.
Worthwhile time to mention. So Drek and his species are blards.
Yes, they are.
So these red boys that you see here are blards.
Drek is a particularly small blard.
Stout and greedy, yes. Either they're very intelligent and very stout, or they're very, like, intimidating physically and also very dumb. That's the 2 kinds of blargs you get. Nothing else. No manager special.
No. This is not buy one, get one blard.
Oh yeah, so I just love these games. It is hard to believe nearly 20 years now they have existed and have been blessing me with joy.
Joy and delight for all ages.
Yeah, and so
We were done for sure.
it's just
We are
nice
happy to be
Oh, hey, it's
assisted.
that
to
guy.
play and to
Why
chat
is
about it.
Drek trying to kill you? It's my nephew, Skid
Yeah,
McMarks.
mayor of this place, and uncle to Skid McMarks,
Skid McMarks, aka Launchpad McClure.
aka Ratchet and Clank Keanu Reeves.
Ever since.
Totally tubular, dude.
Yeah. Well, like that was 80s Keanu Reeves. There he is. Skid McMarks. On a level of Droopy McCool to Skid McMarks. How cool is this dude?
Too cool for school.
Too cool for school. Only 3 fingers, because that's all you need.
Yeah, that used to be the basic, like,
This is an alien.
yeah, that was like the Insomniac generic alien was whatever Skid McMark's species is.
Yeah.
Like if you saw background characters, they were just copies of Skid and so forth.
Copies of Skid is the 3rd album of Techno Union.
There you go. There's a reference to the episode we just finished recording before streaming this.
It's great.
We got anybody in the chat? I see a couple of faces on a couple of counted people.
Sounds like Skid McMarks is
That's
in
okay.
trouble. We gotta get to a
Listen, man, honestly, we're doing this for us. If we're being completely honest with
Well, no,
ourselves.
I was genuinely asking because it's like on the screen. It lists a couple people.
Yeah, I got people.
Oh, cool.
I don't know who it is.
I don't know.
Sound off in the chat. Who are you?
Like, do you have the chat though?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, why would they say something if we can't tell? Like,
Just speak words into your microphone.
Right.
Into your
just
microphone, and
if you
I'll be able
yell
to hear
loud enough, we'll eventually hear you.
Yeah.
I'm helping.
You're doing good. I'm gonna move this wrench right here.
Right.
It's gonna do something.
Yep, keep doing that, guys.
Hey, wait a minute. I don't recall no brain-eating zombie T-Rex.
Okay, fine.
You know,
Killjoy.
I have a great affection for silly characters telling dumb stories.
Yes.
Thanks for your
Which
Make
is
absolutely no sense.
like the in-universe explanation for why is this game different is because Quark is telling the story,
Exactly.
right? Like that was what the opening setup is. This is the story of Ratchet and Clank according to Captain Quark.
Yeah. And you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Because, you know...
It justifies its existence.
Exactly. That it justifies why things are different in universe now.
Ratchet and
Do you think they're
Absolutely.
going to go through
discovered
and
that their newly repaired
at least
ship
remaster
now
some
had
of the
an
older
upgraded
games?
I really hope
space
so because right now they're not playable past the PS3. So the original games are currently lost to ancient technology, and that's stupid and sad. Like,
ancient technology
why-
of 2013.
why would you deny your fan base and your players the ability to continue to enjoy these games? Like, and it's not an Insomniac thing. It's mostly a PlayStation thing. But it's just like it seems like such a easy decision. Put the games on the newest consoles.
Listen, man, you're preaching to the choir. I've been waiting for a remaster of Wind Waker for...
They should
Let's
just
see if we can help out
hunk and
Skid
do
McMarks.
what Microsoft did with the Master Chief Collection.
Just release it all at once.
Put it like you're getting the Xbox partially because of Halo. You should be able to play them all on that console.
Yeah.
Like it ugh.
Yeah.
Just frustrates me so much.
One of the smartest things that Nintendo did last year was they released the 35th anniversary of Mario, which had Mario 64, great game, Mario Sunshine, great game, infuriating, and Mario Galaxy. Those are 3 complete games.
Yes, and here's my thing.
All together.
And all on completely different consoles
Yeah.
than the Switch. So you cannot tell me that PlayStation 2 games just aren't workable on the heckin' new console.
Yeah.
It's just lazy development on Sony's side.
Give us Echo the Dolphin.
And dadgummit Insomniac, push some buttons. Like, push for BP. Like, this is great. This is nice, but it's not the first game. I want to be able to play the original games. I want to be able to play the PSP games even. Like, Size Matters and Secret Agent Clank are fantastic games as well. They should be playable on the new consoles as well.
I agree.
If Nintendo and Microsoft can do it, then Sony can too, and they should.
If they can release Skyrim for every single console under God's green earth, 5 times over,
Boom.
they can
There we go,
remaster
baby.
the dang Secret Agent Clank.
And that's my thing. I don't even need it pretty. I don't need it to be on Halo 2 and Halo 1 anniversary level of we made this game modernly beautiful.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I want the original game. I don't need it to be pretty. I just need to be able to play it. My God.
Release the John console.
Right, please, jeez.
The John soul.
Yeah. How much further you want to take this?
I don't know. How much further do you want to play?
I mean, well, we're done with this. So I mean, we've done 2 levels at this point. It's an hour.
What's our destination?
So,
indicates that there is an important gadget
I mean, obviously,
must be
I
found
have
in
to finish
Iridia.
this game for personal reasons, but
Yeah.
I don't know what more we can do or what more we should do because I'm gonna be it'll be locked in for another half hour at least if I go to another level.
Yeah.
So, I almost feel like this is a good spot. We usually stream an hour anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess if people discover this, we can maybe do another episode where we chit chat while playing it. Because again, I'm gonna have to finish this now. I can't leave a Ratchet & Clank game unfinished. So, yeah, I guess people can let us know if it's like, hey, if you want to continue that game while doing a live stream, sure.
Hit us up.
Yeah. And we'll see where that goes. We'll
You want to watch
see
me
what
play a
happens.
Nintendo game? Let me up too.
Right. Yeah, now that we have options for streaming, normally we just do chit-chat streams, but now we have the capability of chitting and chatting and gaming.
Exactly.
So possibilities are not endless, but plenty. So yeah, let us know. Also, let me know if you're a fan of these games, because half the time I talk about these, I feel like the only one that knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I love
Except for
these.
me.
I love these games so much. I love these boys so much. They bring me so much joy.
Yeah. They're good boys.
So yeah, thanks Insomniac for 19 years ago making this crazy game that has spawned endless sequels. I just wish I could play them all. But yeah, we've covered that in detail, I think. So yeah. Check the description for links to all the important stuff to be able to check out our other things. Like I said, we just recorded an episode that's coming this week. And obviously we have another stream next week and all that good stuff. So the description is your friend. The links are your friends. Check them out. And we'll be back.
Real quick, I'm going to tell you something on stream that might blow your mind.
Sure.
So Vader is trending, and the first post that I saw is our post from the other day.
I don't know why that bangs. I don't know why that is popular.
It's a banger tweet, my
That
dude.
was such an absent-minded thing I said. And apparently people
People love
agreed
it.
with it. So cool. Accidental fame for 5 minutes, I guess, because that's about as long as it'll last. But anyway,
It's from the
yeah.
Vader comics. It's so good.
We got to talk to David K. So suck that.
Suck on that.
I have accomplished half of my Ratchet & Clank fever dream so far. So next, I'm coming for you, James Arnold Taylor.
Coming for you.
We'll be coming for you for future content.
Look under your bed.
So
We're
look out for
already
that. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Awkwardly stopping the broadcast.